Happy summer, huh? It's here. It always feels like it's been here by the time we roll around to the summer solstice. But the summer solstice happened yesterday. It's always 21st. I think it was 11:30-ish p.m. yesterday. Solstice, summer solstice here in the northern hemisphere, but winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. Today we'll do different versions of Surya Namaskar. Surya meaning sun, Namaskar to salute, so sun salutes. They're very common components of a yoga practice. Meet me back there on the mat. Let's start with a breath practice seated in a comfortable upright position. We'll practice a little 3-part breath, Dirgha Swasam. I want you to bring your hands to your low belly and expand here. Really even minimize movement in the ribs. Expand on the inhale and soften on the exhale. Keep doing that. And even feel the downward pressure in the pelvic floor as you inhale. And exhale, soften. And let the breath go. One more like this. Move your hands to your ribs and focus your breath here. So maximize the movements in the ribs. And notice that lift and the expansion, the inhale, and the descent, contraction with the exhale goes all the way around. Take one more breath here. And bring your hands to the tops of your shoulders, so the top of the torso. I'm just going to bring one hand up because I'm afraid of the microphone. But feel the breath in the upper chest. Notice that there's a lift of the shoulders. Collarbones, the shoulder blades, the armpits. Notice the breath in those areas. Shoulder blades actually roll just a little bit to receive and release the breath. Release the hands to the lap and we'll fill bottom to top. We'll empty top to bottom. Let's take a big inhale in. We'll take a cleansing breath. Open the mouth and let it go. Start to fill bottom. Ribs. Upper chest. Exhale from the top, middle, and then the bottom. Keep breathing in this way. Make it wave-like. So you fill the belly until it can't fill anymore, and then you move to the ribs until they can't fill anymore, and then the upper chest, and then reverse. Let's take 3 more breaths like this. Maybe think of the rising sun with the inhale and the setting sun with the exhale. 2 more. last one for me. And now release the breath practice. If the eyes are closed, open them. If you're in this shape with me, let's just switch the shin that's in front. Inhale, swing your arms up. And exhale, just a gentle goddess. Palms face each other as you bend your elbows. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, God, sun God. So arms are open, palms up. Inhale up. Exhale, goddess. Inhale up, gaze can go up with the hands. Exhale, sun God. Add a little back bend here, so lift the heart. Inhale up, neutralize the spine. Exhale, goddess. Add that little back bend, lifting the heart, lifting the solar plexus as well. Lifting towards the sun. Let's do 2 more of both of these. So goddess, lift, draw the shoulder blades back to the spine. Inhale, arms up, neutral spine. Open the arms out wide. Shoulder blades towards spine. Sun God. One more goddess in this shape. We'll probably return to the God and the goddess before we're done. And exhale, lift and open. And then float the hands like you're pushing the air down to the mat. Bring the hands back to the lap. Turn the gaze over one shoulder and then the other. And maybe with the intention of seeing the sunrise over one shoulder and then slowly looking across the day to the sunset on the other. Let's go one more each side. So the energy of the sun is yang energy. It's the energy of action, warrior energy. Let's look up and look down. But energy is a continuum of sorts, I guess. So I think of the sunrise and the sunset as a very calming yang energy, soothing, warmth, not too much fire. And midday, sometimes that sun can be harsh. So maybe too much yang. Now pause here and we'll just take the ear to the shoulder and to the other shoulder. And then come over the knees. Let's come to tabletop. Coming through a few cat-cow, inhaling into your cow. Exhale, round into cat. Let's do 2 more of these each direction. Bring the heart forward through the gate of the arms as you come into cat. And cow, reaching up with the spine, last one. And circling through the hips. We're going to do a thread the needle with the arms, but we're going to add a little something to it. I learned this in a workshop over the weekend. Extend the left arm out and then reach behind the right and touch the shoulder, but we're not going to stay there. Inhale, reach up a little higher. Lift the heart towards the sky, towards the sun. Exhale, tuck the shoulder, tap it down. We're not going to stay there. One more time. Inhale up. And this time exhale and come down. Settle on to the side. Take the right hand and press it down into the mat, maybe turning the heart a little more to the right. Come up onto the fingertips of the right hand. Maybe you can go a little deeper. Now here's the little extra something. See if you can reach back with your right leg. Come onto the ball of the foot. Press through the heel. Get a little stretch through the calf muscles here. And then maybe keeping the weight in the hips, especially back there on the left knee, or lift the right leg. So a little balance. And breathe. I always like discovering new balance challenges. Circle that right ankle, wiggle the right toes. Now keep that leg lifted and just extend it off to the right. See how far you can swing it up here. Maybe you can touch your big toe into your palm and then back and unwind, come back out. Back to table. Second side. Right arm out. Tuck it behind the left. We're going to touch and go. Reach up to the sky. Lift the heart. Touch and go one more time. And this time we're going to touch down. Push the hand or the fingertips of the left arm down into the floor, turning the heart to the left. And you can play with flipping the right palm up, pressing it down. Maybe be curious about the different sensation that comes with that change. Now reach back through the left leg, press the ball of the foot down, reach through the heel, stretch, especially the calf muscles. Now lift your heel and balance. Now swing that leg up in an arc, kind of like the sun going across the sky, and see how close you can bring that toe to your hand. Notice difference left and right. And then back. And we'll unwind. Tuck your toes, down dog. And let's wake up the body in down dog. Stretch, find space. And then we'll find stillness, bending the knees a lot. Inhale, lift the sit bones straight up, reach the heels down. Spread those fingers wide like the rays of the sun. And then press the fingertips down into the mat, like you're trying to lift your palm. You can get a little lift in the very center of the palm. In Qigong, we call that place the Laogang point, and that is an energy center, like a chakra. So we're drawing energy from the earth. Now look between your hands and let's tiptoe forward. And as you arrive, plant your feet under your hips and bend your knees a lot. Grab opposite elbows, let the head hang. And then sway here, side to side. Feel those ribs stretch. And drop the hands. Keep the knees bent, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Inhale, swing your arms up. And exhale, let's come to goddess again. Inhale, up, look up. Exhale, sun god, palms up, arms out. This time we'll add a little back bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, lift the heart to the sun. Exhale, neutral spine. Inhale, open, sun god. Let's do two more of each. Adding a little more extension in the spine. A little more opening through the heart chakra, anahata chakra. One more of each. And inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. On an inhale, lift halfway. On your exhale, step back and plank. And let's hold here for 5 breaths in plank. Feet hip distance apart, maybe even a little wider. Push down into the hands. Grip the mat again. Feel the palms. Feel the earth energy coming up through the palms to balance out that sun energy, yin and yang. Now drop your knees, come to your belly, and let's take 5 rolling baby cobra, lifting the heart on the inhale, and settling back down on the exhale. 4 more. Last 3, so this up and down with the heart, up and down with the solar plexus is like sunrise, sunset. Made me think of a song. Last one for me, I think, at last count. Now tuck the toes, see if you can lift right up into down dog. Bring the gaze between the hands. Take some bigger steps this time to make your way to the top. On an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Pull the feet away from each other. Swing your arms out and up. Exhale, draw your hands home to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Lifting halfway. Step back and plank. Come to the belly, whatever way works best for you. Let's take 1 big old cobra. Come up and down. Tuck the toes, down dog. Step or jump forward. Arrive on an inhale, halfway up. And fold. Swing your arms out and up. And exhale the hands home to the heart. This time I'll give you very minimal cues. Reach up, fold, halfway lift, plank, cobra, down dog, top of the mat, lifting halfway, fold, Urdhva standing high, reaching high, mountain pose. We'll do that one more time with minimal cues and then without any. Urdhva Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana, plank, cobra, Bhujangasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, top of the mat, Ardha Uttanasana, Uttanasana, Urdhva Hastasana, Tadasana. Okay, here we go, no cues. How'd you do? Sometimes it's nice when the instructor just lets you go. Let's come to chair pose. So bring the big toes to touch. So this will be Surya Namaskar B. The first was Surya Namaskar A. A little space between the heels. So this is Samastitihi. Swing your arms forward. And then send your bottom back, reach down for your ankles. Come up into chair. Let's hold chair this first time through. Tailbone's heavy. Draw your navel back towards your spine. Roll your little fingers towards each other. Hold. And fold forward on an exhale. Lift halfway on an inhale. On an exhale, step back with the right foot. We're going to come to warrior one. Inhale, lift. Hands to heart. Arms up by the ears. Holding in Virabhadrasana 1, just to feel into this pose. Find your strength, your stability. Frame the foot on the exhale. Step back into plank. Come to your belly. Lift up into your back bend. And down. Tuck the toes. Down dog. Swing your right leg back and up. Step it forward, getting ready for warrior one this side. Inhale, rise. Hold here. Find your strength. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, fold. Plank to the belly. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Jump, hop, step, whatever you want to do to the top of the mat. Arriving with the toes together. Rising in chair pose. And then lifting all the way up. And hands to heart center. Let's do that again. Finding your chair. Utkatasana. Uttanasana, fold forward. Lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Step back with the right. Virabhadrasana 1. Frame the foot. Plank to the belly. To the back bend. To down dog. Right leg back and up. Stepping forward into warrior one. Find plank to the belly. Back bend and down. Tuck the toes, down dog. Make your way forward, setting the feet up for Uttanasana. And then all the way up. Hands to heart. One more time with cues. Chair. Step back with the right. Warrior one. To plank. To cobra or up dog. To down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right leg back and up. Step it forward, Vira one. Plank to the belly. Back bend. Tuck the toes, down dog. Find your way to the top of the mat. Rising up into chair. And then all the way up into Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to heart center. Okay, I'm going to turn you loose. Here we go. And just pause and feel. Notice the heat, the tapas moving through the body. Opening up the nadis, the channels of energy throughout the body. And our practice serves to open those channels and also to release stale, stagnant, used up chi or prana. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back into table. I have to adjust my mat again. I can't find a way that they don't scoot. But I like having them in two directions. Bring the big toes to touch here. Walk your knees wide. And as you exhale, sit back in a nice wide child's pose. Bring the heart right down to the mat, down to the earth. So heart chakra, anahata chakra, manipura chakra, solar plexus, all getting balanced and cooled a bit with the yin energy from the earth. Stirring up the fire, stirring up the tapas, but not letting it get out of control. Three more breaths. Picture the setting sun or the rising sun. It has pretty colors. Pressing back into table. Tuck the toes, down dog. Lift your right leg back and up. Now bend the knee. Stack the hips. Don't let the shoulders down. And breathe. Now square the hips, but reach out to the side so you're kind of halfway between square and lifted. And remember when we were doing the additions to our thread the needle, we brought that toe up towards the hand. See how far you can get the toe here. And then back and down. Left leg back and up, bend the knee. Stack the hips, open up. Extend the leg out like you're trying to step on the wall to your left. Arc that leg over and see how far you can get it. And back up. And drop that foot. Downward facing dog. Step forward with the right foot. We're going to come up in warrior two here. Cartwheel your arms open. Look down the right fingertips. Let's take a peaceful warrior. A wrap, take your half bind, or the arm can go down the leg, reach up. Look up at the sun. I think it always feels nice if you're taking the half bind to reach down there and help that hand out. Breathe. Now as you come back to warrior two, arms straighten the front leg. Coming into triangle, we'll reach and fold. A block can help you here. And take your left hand down by your right foot like you're pulling a bowstring. And open, clear up to the sky. Play with your gaze. Breathe. Now look down at your foot for stability. Rise up, bend into the front knee, warrior two. Take another peaceful warrior. Back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, find prasarada. And then find, I gotta move again because my mat's floating. Find external rotation in the feet. We're gonna come into a goddess squat. Find your squat and push the knees open. Don't let the knees get lazy and start to dip towards the midline. Open. In fact, reach to the outside of your thighs and push those thighs into the hands. Keep that isometric action. Swing your arms up. Bring the arms down in goddess. Maybe the squat is a little deeper. Inhale, come into star. Arms long, legs long. Exhale, sun god. Keep those knees reaching away from each other. Inhale up, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, sun god. One more of each. Bring the hands to your hips. Press Sarada. Heel toe the feet underneath the hips. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Lifting halfway. On an exhale, step back and down dog. Left leg back and up. Stepping forward, finding warrior two. Externally rotate the back leg and then cartwheel those arms up into Virabhadrasana 2. Take a gaze at your back hand. Reach back there a bit. Now look at your left hand. I'm going to take peaceful warrior. So right hand behind you, you can help it out. Reach up. You can always take the right hand down the leg as well, whatever feels good. I'm kind of like in these half bombs. And breathe. Now back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, getting ready for triangle reach. See how long you can stay in the side body. Just the movement at the hip crease, tipping. And then let your hand fall where it wants to. Take the right hand down there by your ankle like you're pulling on a bowstring. Open up. Play with the gaze. Now look down at your foot for stability. Rise back up, finding warrior two. Are your shoulders over your hips or are you leaning? Take peaceful warrior. Reach up towards the sun. And then exhale, take the hands to the hips. We'll come into Prasarda and we'll stay here. Swinging the arms out and up. Take the hands behind you. Take the heel of the hand to the top of the pelvis. So I'm right on the top of my pelvis. Draw the elbows back towards each other. Pull the feet away from each other. Roll your thighs inward as you lift your heart, lift your gaze. Opening up that heart chakra, solar plexus, and then fold at the hip creases. Just fold until the heart is parallel with the earth. And breathe. So the chakras are right in the center of the body. You can bring fingertips down to the mat if you like. And right now the chakras are facing the earth and the sun. Nice balance of yin and yang energy. Imagine that energy rotating through the chakras, balancing. If you want to take a little more forward fold here, bend the knees a bit, walk the hands in line with the feet. The knees can stay bent or lift those sit bones as the crown of the head hangs towards the earth. So the crown of the head in our life is mostly pointed upward towards the yang energy. Let the crown open up to receive some yin, some earth energy. Breathe. Feel that cooling, that cleansing. Now walk to the top of the mat with your hands. And we're going to step back into plank. Drop the knees, and then drop the hips. So we'll come into high cobra this way. And maybe an upward facing dog. Just push into the tops of the feet. Drop the knees, sit back in child's pose. Once again, the heart, solar plexus, all coming down to the earth. But the back body is facing up towards the sky, a nice balance. Now press back into table and sit behind your ankles. We'll do a little seated flow before we come down to the mat. Let's extend the right leg out long. Left foot can be along the inside of the thigh or the foot tucked. Adjust yourself on your sit bones. Open up through the chest, so don't let yourself round here. Remember, this is a little bit of a twist. I'm going to take my left hand and reach to the outside of my right leg, my right foot. Heart is leading the way, forward and down. And cross the right hand over and breathe. Now sitting up. Untuck the foot if it's still tucked. Bend the right knee. Lace the fingers around the right foot. Now lean back. Maybe this is it, or maybe you work to extend that leg. Breathe. So in Chinese practices, there are energy centers on the soles of the feet called Laogang Point. No, they're called bubbling springs. The hands are Laogang points. Bubbling springs. And they're in the same place on the foot as they are in the hands. Right now we've got our foot up there towards the sky. A place where it's not pointing very often during our day. Now cross the right shin in front of the left. So you're kind of, if you're like me, kind of a crooked Sukhasana. We'll fold forward at the hips here, letting the heart lead the way towards the earth. You can support yourself, or you can bring your hands to your forehead in Anjali Mudra, touching the thumbs into the third eye, folding and breathing. And inhale, lift. And then we'll take the second side, Janu Shirshasana. So left leg long, decide what you want to do with that right foot. Square the hips, sit tall, shoulders stacked over hips. Right arm reaches to the outside of the left foot, left leg. Folding out the hip, heart leading the way. Breathe. And rising up, grab the sole of the foot. Maybe you just stay here, or maybe you extend the leg, or anywhere in between full extension and full flexion. Breathe. A strap could be good here too. You could also hold lower, so on the shin, even taking the back of the thigh, the back of the calf, whatever works. Now fold left shin in front of right. Again, we'll take our forward fold. So bending here, heart leads the way. Spine is neutral. And you can bring a block under your head, stack your fist, or I always like to rest my head on my thumbs like a little kickstand. Breathe up and down the spine. Now rising back up. Take the feet wide, left and right edges of the mat. Reach out there for your big toes. See if we can balance in a happy baby. And then maybe we work to extend both legs. Breathe. Lift the heart a bit. Find a drishti, probably down the tip of the nose. You can look up if you like. That always makes balance way more challenging for me. And sometimes that's a good thing. Today, if I looked up, I think I would fall over. 2 more breaths. And then float the feet down wide, left and right edges. Take the hands behind you. Let's windshield wiper the shins side to side. And drop the knees to the right. Keep them there. Legs in 90-degree angles. Come up on the right sit bone. Frequently, I feel like I need to lift and shift a little to get on the right sit bone in a more comfortable position. And then fold here, any amount. A block under the forehead feels nice. Modified pigeon. And if you want a more traditional pigeon here, you can reach back with the left leg. You might have to adjust the shin. And I've said before, I like coming into pigeon this way. I think it drops you into your hip in a more gentle, open way. If we come into it from down dog, oftentimes in my body, it takes me a while to get the hip down. And for some of us, getting that hip down just doesn't happen, so you can prop that hip. Now come back up, and we'll take the second side. So feet wide, drop the knees to the right, or to the left. 90-degree angle, adjust on the sit bone if you need to. It always feels like my hamstrings get kind of hung up on the sit bone. If I lift and wiggle a little bit, sometimes even push it, I can line the sit bone up. Then fold forward any amount. Find a place for your head. Modified pigeon. You can take this into an extension of that right leg. Play with the left shin. So you can be anywhere from fully flexed to shin parallel, another 90-degree in the knee. That never works for my knees, so you can fall forward. And then rise up. Go ahead and lie down on your back, coming to constructive rest. So with the feet wide, knees together, I'm going to sit up. And as you arrive, take one hand to your low belly and one to your heart. Heart, solar plexus, that general area. And without controlling the breath, feel the breath passing underneath the hands, coming and going, washing through the body, bringing with the inhale prana, life force energy, and taking with it on the exhale stale, stagnated energy. That energy will be recycled. And maybe we'll inhale it next time we meet, fresh from nature. Think about that symbiotic relationship that we have with the trees and our breath. They produce the oxygen that we inhale, and they use the carbon dioxide that we exhale. Linked together. Now begin to deepen the breath, perhaps feeling that sensation under the hands of a bigger inhale, a longer emptying exhale. And take a good morning stretch on your inhale. It will be our first. And then exhale, draw the knees into the chest, Uttanasana. Rock here from elbow to elbow. And as you're ready, roll to your right side, staying there, resting your head on your arm, letting your eyes open and close a few times. And when you're ready, reach long with the top leg, press yourself up to a seated position. Back where we started, Sukhasana. It's kind of overcast and still out there today. Let's reach up, inhale together one more time. And exhale, drawing the hands to the heart. Spread the fingers wide. Lift your heart to your thumbs and bow your head to your fingers. Resting your mind and your heart. May you have peaceful thoughts, peaceful words, a peaceful heart, and a peaceful world. Happy solstice. Namaste. Thank you. I'll be back 7 a.m. Wednesday morning for a tone and strength class, and then again on Friday, 7 a.m. for another yoga class. That will get here before we know it. These weeks just fly by. Have a good day.